face.
It said it's showtime, so I
It's
decided
showtime. Well,
to go
hello.
with it.
Okay.
Howdy.
Hello,
What's
Chad. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing very well. It's nice to see you. Nice to
Great to
talk
see
to you.
you. Nice to talk
Wait,
to you.
wait till the room starts to get together here.
Mm-hmm.
If only there were people here about 6 minutes ago, they would have heard a lot of colorful language and a lot of disgusting
The
talk
way it always works, though.
about human feces and people playing with it. But again, that's
Oh,
another story for a different day.
well, now you're leaving people hanging. I mean, come on. Yeah, but that is a story for another day. And then it was a good story, by the way. But what's going on while we're waiting for some people to come in the room? What's happening in your life? We were both a little ill this
Yes.
week. We still are a little ill. Not talking about mentally because we're
No,
all a little
not
crazy
yet.
sometimes.
No,
But
not yet. Not,
you
still
know,
not the holiday season yet, so not fully.
not fully.
I'm feeling better. You were worse for wear than I was because we were going to record a few days ago, and you were not good. I was but I think I could have made it through. I was just but you were not good. I think the important question, and that everybody in the world wants to know, is how are you feeling?
I feel better. I was taking NyQuil just to sleep. I did stop that, and now I'm waking up in the middle of the night. Trying not to wake anybody up. I got that little, that cough that lasts for about 15 minutes, and then you're finally like, and then you fall back to sleep. So I might have to start with the NyQuil again, but I'm so friggin' drowsy the next day, like really drowsy. It makes me loopy. You know what I mean? I
Yes,
don't
I
know,
do.
but I love the way I feel once it kicks in. It's like, ugh, like I'm not a pill person. I've taken pills, back in the day when I broke my pelvis and stuff. And man, when those pills would kick in, it's just like, you feel so good. And that's what NyQuil feels like. But then you have a hangover the next day, and
Yeah.
that's not a good feeling. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I see somebody in the chat.
Somebody's in the chat. We're
It's
waiting for him to
usually
come
not
on.
here. It's our lovely friend who's joining us shortly. She's just saying hi to everybody. There we go. All right, everybody's saying hi to our guest.
I think Mickie wants to, feel out the Chadster first. She
She's
knows
getting a
you,
good vibe. Yeah,
but
she's
she's
picking up the
wants to
vibe
see
to the room.
what's this Chadster guy all about that I keep hearing so much about.
Yes, because I just put you over big time when I was on Gall TV. I had to.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure
even
you
think I
did.
mentioned you once, did I? I don't even know.
It's so funny. And then
It's
I'm
been
on a
in my
show.
brain.
I'm on a show, and the first thing they say is, "So what's Francine really like?"
Go on. Well, why don't we start off? The room's filling up nicely here. Why don't we start off with our intro?
Sure.
Because this is going to be our next eyes up here. So,
Yes.
take it away, buddy.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get it going right here, right now. This is Eyes Up Here, and you're watching and enjoying a brand new Eyes Up Here live on YouTube, and then later, of course, broadcast on our Patreon channel, as well as the Creative Control Network. If you didn't know by now, my name is Chad, and every single week I am joined here by the one and only, the Queen of Extreme. It's Miss Francine.
Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday today. I got very, very confused. I was lethargic. I don't know if it's the cold, it's the NyQuil. I don't know what was going on, but I said, oh my God, did I forget to take out the trash? I panicked, and then I remembered, no, it's just Wednesday. Tomorrow's our trash day, so got everything in order. And feeling a little better. I'm very excited about tonight's episode. We have a special guest with us, and I don't know, when's she coming in? Are we going to chit chat? We're going to bring her in? Is she waiting?
I mean, I wait on bated breath for one, Mickie James. She'll be here. She's got the link. She'll be here. Nice to see her pop up in the comments.
Yeah,
Say
she
hello.
popped up in the chat to say hi. That was very sweet. I want to welcome everybody in on this little chilly Wednesday evening. Today was the first day. It kind of felt like fall. It's been like 79 degrees here.
Yeah, that 80-degree day the other day was a little bit of a mind, you know what?
So crazy. Yeah, and we went for a beautiful walk, me and the kids, and it was just lovely outside. And then today was like 32 when I woke up, and it was freezing, and I was like, what the hell's going on? It just flips like that. So it's Christmas season, everyone. The first Christmas commercials were on. I wanted to throw a rock through my TV. Way too early.
What a Scrooge
Way
you've been
too
lately
early,
with
guys.
that. Oh my God.
What do you guys think? I think it's just, I don't know. As soon as Halloween's over, it's like they forget about Thanksgiving, which is sad. I feel bad for everyone involved with Thanksgiving and the turkey and and all that good stuff because I love me a good feast. You know, I wear my old pregnancy pants from 13 years ago that stretch like Joey Tribbiani on Friends. He's got the big stretchy pants, and I just love a good Thanksgiving feast, and everybody just overlooks it for Christmas.
That's very
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 sad.
good. I agree. Okay, I'm not saying I don't agree. Mickie, I sent the link to Nick.
Oh,
So
your husband has the
yes,
link.
your husband has the link. And I can get it to you if necessary, but we sent the link along earlier today.
Can you
Thank
get
very
it off
much.
of Nick, Mickie? Or oh no? Oh, that's Mickie D. I'm sorry.
Mickie D. Come on, not Mickie. It's not Mickie
What's going on?
J. Mickie James is Mickie D. Not to be confused with Mickie D's nuts. All right. Sorry.
Oh, these nuts. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mickie,
So
let me know if you need help, sweetie, because there is a link out there for you that you need to click so we can see your beautiful face.
oh, let me drop it here in the comments so she can get it.
So let's let everybody on tonight. Why don't we? Look, 42 pictures coming up.
Hang on, wait. Before we get going, I just want to throw this out there because we might get sidetracked early.
Yes.
This is
Oh,
your
look at
super
that.
chat prize tonight.
Look at that. That's gorgeous. And guess what? There's only one of those people.
Yes.
I signed one of those posters.
One of one. This was
One of one.
September 29th, 2018. This was held in an ice rink. It was an Icons of Wrestling event on the road. Oh, this is in celebration of you finally making it back to the arena. This was your first Icons event, but it was at a hockey arena.
That was a very smaller Icons of Wrestling. That was like one of the first ones, wasn't it?
It was yourself. It was this guy right here with the scowl.
It was Kevin Nash, because that's the first time I ever met
Yes,
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash was there.
Yes.
The great Dominic DiNucci was in the house.
Him. Yes.
And somebody else was there too. I remember Kevin Matthews was there, but I can't remember who he was with. There was some. Was it Ryback?
I don't know, but I know Gorgeous George was there because she had some. I think she had some cocktails with that evening.
But yeah, this is a cool print. I designed this.
Beautiful.
Sorry, put myself over. This is signed by the both of you. There was only one of these. Maybe there was two made. I might have given the other one to my my partner there.
But we only have one left.
But I only have one here. This is from my personal stash, and it's coming to you. Mickie James says, "Holla up." So I guess that means send her the link, maybe.
I will. Well,
I'll anchor while you take care of
Mickie, go to Twitter, doll. Here, I'm getting the link for you. So anyway, for that, $5 super chats get you entered, and you know what I have, people. I have the lovely Charles chip jar, and I'm dumping the last time out. So
yeah, please. Again.
That was a disaster.
I think this is 11 by 14 in size, so it's easy to frame up.
Okay.
And, pretty sweet, glossy. It's very very cool. Signed in silver by the Queen of Extreme and the franchise.
Yeah, $5 super chats will get you in the Charles chip jar. I cannot hold on.
It's the first time we're here.
No, I thought she had the link. This is not my job here.
I'd hate to see what Mr. Aldis does with the shopping list if he can't.
Where the heck is here it is. Okay. Hold on, Mickie, honey, I'm coming. What a disaster. Copy link. All right, go to your Twitter, babe. I'm DMing you.
Yeah.
Right now.
Hey, how are the Phillies doing in the World Series? I forgot.
Hey, why don't you shut your mouth, you jerk? Because that's not nice.
I was banging trash cans.
You are the sorest loser.
Why?
Like,
what did I do?
You're a dick.
Why?
There you go, Mickie. I sent you the link, sweetheart. Because if the Mets were in it, I would be like, oh, cool, congratulations. You know what I mean? Like, cool for you. That's your team. I'm happy for you. I've been a diehard Phillies fan for my whole life. And you're like, I hope they choke. I hope they die. They're cheaters. They suck. Blah, blah, blah. Congrats. Good season.
I will absolutely not. I will
absolutely not. And I hope your daughters take after your wife and not you when it comes to sportsmanship.
I will absolutely. That's blasphemy, and I am so disappointed that you would say that about me.
Well,
I can't help it that they choked.
And your attitude is a very shitty attitude, might I say?
Ooh, ouch! Jeez, man.
Betty Bango, hi, my love.
I also have sent Mickie the link because I just received an email with the request. I guess I sent the YouTube link the second time around, not the StreamYard link.
Oh, very good.
Whoops.
See, what is with you?
The Chadster. Hey,
You
look.
are on
Do you want me to
another
start telling? Do
planet
you want me to
lately.
tell the stories on the air that I was just telling you
I
before we got
mean,
on?
well, yeah, but after Mickie leaves, because I mean, come on, we can't open
She
with
doesn't want to
that.
hear about the human
I
feces
don't want
being
to,
rubbed on
she's
anybody.
a
Okay, all right, okay,
guest. Like,
okay.
don't gross her out.
I
She'll
won't.
be in here in like a
I won't.
minute. Just
I
chill
won't.
out. Everybody's here to see Mickie tonight. We have some questions. We have the Charles Chip Jars waiting for some super chats so we can give away that beautiful picture of Shane and I. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And we got booked for something next year. Me, him, and Sandman. And Michael's Wrestling Channel with the first super chat of the evening. Hello, Francine and Chad. I have to say, you look gorgeous tonight, Francine. Oh, well, thank you very much, sir. I hope I won't get in trouble with your husband. He does not care, believe me.
Well,
Thank you, Michael. You are going.
if you don't mind, since I would like to personally introduce the guest that's coming
Yes,
up.
because
If
I'll
you
put
don't
Michael in
mind.
the Charles Chip Jar.
You put
He loves
Michael in the
me.
Charles Chip Jar.
Michael loves me.
I will welcome the guests to the YouTube live tonight. I am so happy to have a first timer on with us. Of course, I mean the resume speaks for itself. It is the one and only, the great Mickie James joining us.
Hi.
The lovely Mickie.
Yay.
Sweetheart, how are you?
I'm so good. I'm hot.
You're
I just
so
got in
good?
from the gym. I'm flabbergasted because the link, I'm sitting there in the chat going like, okay, so do they just pull me in here? Maybe I'll just wave.
I'll take the L on that one,
Like,
Mickie.
hey, I'm here. Hi. I don't know.
wrote hi, and I was like, oh, hi. She's just saying hi.
When you
Hello.
take it, look, when you got the pressure of the world on your shoulders like I do on a daily basis, and you're just so excited to have somebody come on like Mickie James, I have to just get so flabbergasted.
Come on, Chad. All right.
Control himself. He's insane. I want to thank you for coming on last minute. I know Nick had something going on, and
there's stuff happening.
There's stuff happening. We don't have to say a word. We it's all about you tonight, dear, and that's what we're going to focus on. But I thank you for coming in his place.
No, of course, I've been wanting to go on. You know, we've been talking about me trying to get to come on anyway.
Yes,
and then I was like, well, let me just come on because I wanted to come on her podcast anyway and come on her show anyway, and it just kind of worked out.
It did.
Yeah. It did. So here we are.
Here we are. And I was explaining to Chad, I said, you know, when I was on Gaul TV, I had such a great time with you ladies.
So
I wanted to open with that because it's yourself, it's SoCal Val, it's Lisa Victoria. How did you guys, now I know you guys were really tight in TNA back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come up with this concept? Because when I was invited to come on, Val's so cute. She was like the little ringleader.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know, she sent me the rules, the list of
well, there's no rules per se.
Well, not necessarily rules, but it was like a list and things that we talk about and things that we discuss and and this and that. So it's a different format. It's not really a wrestling show per se. And neither is this one. I like to call it a lifestyle podcast because we talk about everything and we throw a little wrestling in there because we're not. How did you ladies come up with this concept for it? And the name, by the way, which is great.
Grown-ass woman.
Grown-ass woman.
Yes. It came, so there are so many levels to that answer. You know, Val is a genius when it comes to different types of shows. Like she would do the Pillow Talk show at Impact at TNA at the time. And, you know, I think that we had I had talked to her separately about doing some type of show. And then just through the pandemic and everything else, we had more downtime. And plus I had my knee injury. So I had a lot of downtime and I was going stir crazy and I needed something to do between the pandemic and my knee and all the things. And, I'm really grateful because we started this as something to just do and have fun with. And this is kind of before like the podcast explosion. And I don't really say, like, I love how you guys are doing this like live on YouTube. That's so cool. We haven't figured out how to do that. So we pre-record all of our episodes, which is good because I think it's super lighthearted and it's more of a view for wrestling, if you will. And I kind of softly actually pitched an idea for a show like that for
Excuse me, what?
WWE Network.
I'm so sorry. That was my husband. Please don't do that. Okay. Thank you.
What's he
Come on,
playing?
man.
I don't
What's
know,
going
but
on? Jeez.
I don't know what the hell that was either. Just me, frankly. We're live. Thanks.
Come
Okay.
over there and
Yeah.
talk to him. Come on.
Oh
Yeah.
God. So sorry. Go ahead.
But no, it's okay. Don't apologize. Yeah, so we were able to kind of start doing it during the pandemic. And at the time, I was still with WWE and Val's across country and Lisa's in California. And it was just a way to like kind of connect our friends during the pandemic. And we always say it's not like a gotcha show. It's very like laid back and we want to have fun and just like let people see the other sides, the other than the wrestling. We talk some wrestling, right? But
Little
it's
bit.
mostly
Yeah.
like real life stuff and friendships and stuff like that, because there's a common like sisterhood and brotherhood in the locker room that happens. And I think we forget about that part. And it's really important that we keep those friendships alive, because they're important to us.
I
think,
agree.
let me just interject for 1 second because I'm going to put both of you over here in a second for your
Oh,
podcasting skills.
please, I'll be quiet forever.
That's what people I think like more even than just the 100% wrestling talk, because it'll come, right? It'll get there eventually, just in the natural conversation. But the
Right.
way you two guys have like a really great like outgoing personality, the conversation can come flow in any direction and it keeps the listener interested. And that's what I think is interesting about what you guys do, Mickie, and then what Francine does with us on here. So
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
like you, Chad.
See, I'm trying to make up for my my blunder.
No. I agree 100%. I know the dynamics between the three of you is just off the charts because you guys were friends,
Mhm.
very good friends. It shows through podcasting. Now you can tell that it's just not like, oh, we just meet once a week to get on camera and talk. Like you guys are really friends,
Right.
off camera. I've known you, gosh, I feel like I've known you forever. I mean, she came for a tryout. How old were you when you came into ECW?
God, what year was that? 2000? Like I was still a baby in the wrestling business.
You were
I feel like
young.
you've known me my whole wrestling career.
I feel like I have too, and I'm not taking credit for anything that you've done.
No,
I
but
will say
seriously.
she was such a fresh-faced kid that walked in, and we talked about this when I did your show. She took like 25 DDTs in a row, landed on her head like 24 times, I feel, and was loopy as hell. And I was just like, oh my God, are we hiring this girl? And I remember, I don't know if it was Tommy or somebody, they were like, well, do we need another brunette? And I was like, does it really matter? Does
Yeah.
hair color really matter? Like, she's good.
Thanks.
I could tell, like, right then and there, you were young, but you were good.
I
And
was not that great then. I was
You
pretty
were-
you're
might have
so
been
sweet.
green, but we were
Yeah.
all green when we started. And the beauty of ECW was we molded people into superstars.
Right.
You came on your own. You didn't need us, obviously, because here you are. But you
Wow.
came on your own, in other ways. But I just feel like if we could have used you, like it would have been so cool to have you as part of the roster back then.
Oh, thank you. I would have
Like,
loved
so
to.
young.
I don't know that I was ready to be part of that roster. I did. I don't know. I always say, oh, I took like 200 DDTs from Mikey
That's a
Whipwreck.
lot.
That was my tryout. I literally took, and then I came back. I think the original, do you know what the original idea was?
Yeah. So Beulah's little sister.
I was going to be Beulah's little sister, where
Right.
there was going to be I wasn't 18 yet, and there was going to be a countdown clock
That's what we did.
Come on.
on when I was going to turn 18.
Barely legal.
No, for
Yeah.
the boys.
Barely legal. Yeah.
Barely legal.
That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
One interruption. We just have to go to our super chat here. $5 super chat. Lon. Hello, Lon. Hi, fabulous Francine, magnificent Mickie, and Chad. Hope you are well. He has a question for you, Mickie. Which prior feuds would you compare your feud with Chelsea and Deanna? Which prior feuds would
To
you
which
compare?
prior feuds would you compare
Okay.
your
I'm just
feuds
reading
with
it as it
Chelsea and Deanna? Yeah.
My personal feuds or just feuds in general, because that's two different answers. I can't say that there has actually been a feud for me quite like either of those feuds. They've The one beautiful thing is I do feel that for the most part in my career, every feud has been unique in the sense of like the story that was told and the reasons why these two characters just didn't get along or why there was love lost, if you will. I think that the Chelsea, we originally had talked about way back of like, and we had pitched it for WWE to kind of do a Trish and Mickie angle with Chelsea and I, but like roles kind of reversed a bit and obviously change a lot of the how it was going to go down because you have to make it different, but it would be kind of inspired off of that to kind of come full circle. And so we were able to kind of tease a little bit of that when we went to Impact and do a little bit of it. And obviously tomorrow is the pretty much final chapter of me and Chelsea in that sense of we're fighting tomorrow on Impact Wrestling, and it could be the end of the last rodeo.
Is it the last rodeo? I mean, is it?
You mean like, am I going to really retire?
Like,
Is that
is it? Because you're young, babe. We've
yeah.
talked about this.
Yeah.
I think you got a lot more rodeos in you, and I think the fans don't want to see it end.
I know. And I feel like the consensus for the most part is like, obviously they don't want it to be over, but if you would have heard the sound my neck made at the chiropractor today, it was intense.
So let me tell you something. I'm switching gears. So I started stem cell.
Right.
I did. And I've had 2 sessions so far. So when I started on my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very disappointed because I came home afterwards. I felt relief, but they do all this stuff before they give you the actual stem cell.
Right.
There was a machine for erectile dysfunction that they actually used on my yes, it's very bizarre.
So they can do stem cell for the ED.
Well, I suppose you could shoot that stuff anywhere in your body.
For sure.
Makes you stand up real straight.
Yeah. Selling men out on a lot. They're like, oh, is it going to make it grow? Oh, sign me up.
This one was a jackhammer that it went like this, blah, 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 and they used it on my neck and it relieves all your tension. And I'm telling you, I felt terrific after that, but they actually use that on men's penises because Sandman was with me and he kept screaming, I would never let you put this on my cock. What are you, crazy? That's all he kept saying over and over again.
Hack.
We filmed the whole thing. It's on YouTube. I documented the journey. Not very professionally, might add, because me and Sandman together are ridiculous. But I did start with my neck, and then you have to go back every 12 weeks. So I had 2 injections in my neck and 2 in like my shoulder area. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to get 2 more up here and 2 more down here. Going to work on my back and then my hips.
Nice.
So I will keep you posted because
please do.
I have 2 herniated discs. I don't know like what you're suffering with.
Well, it's just wear and tear. Of 20 plus years of taking bumps and doing silly stuff and landing on my head and my neck and my back and breaking my shoulders. And, it's just things I don't feel like, it's like, I'm in so much pain. But I do recognize that I have an 8-year-old little boy. And some days I can't turn my head. Like I can turn my head a lot more today after going to the chiropractor than I can most days. And just like little things. And, being in the business for so long, Franny, like, how many locker rooms have we been in and some of the veterans and the old timers that are still wrestling, still out there taking bumps, and they're in so much pain, and it was just like, it broke my heart. And it was just like, I just want to be able to be there and be present and be my best self as a mother for my son. And I'm still young. Like you said, I have the whole, oh my God. I do want to get it done though. There's a doctor that's in, where is he in South America? Oh, nice butt.
This was up in New Jersey.
Look at them TikTok pants.
Well, Hack was filming, not me. Obviously, I'm rolling down here. But that was the jackhammer, and that they put on men's penises. I don't know how they how they do it. He didn't give me a demonstration,
Oh,
but it
good,
does
good.
relieve all the tension in,
That's
in the
amazing.
neck area, and I was able to move, and I didn't have pain for about 3 days after I had that treatment done, which
Oh,
was
that's incredible.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
I've heard amazing things about the stem cell stuff, and I've
Mhm.
definitely, like, wanted to look into it. I think I can't remember where Kurt went or where some other of the guys, because there was, like, this I can't remember where it was, where you would go, and it was almost like a private vacation for,
Oh,
like, a week, and you would get, like, all the stem cell done, and, I mean, obviously, it's expensive, but it's kind of
sure.
like you're on a painful vacation of
True,
sorts,
true.
you know?
Well, I will definitely keep you posted because if it
Please do.
works, I'm gonna be doing backflips.
Yeah.
Billy J, $5 super chat.
Hey,
Hope
thanks,
all is
Billy.
well with everybody. Mickey has the best guns, but rarely shows them off. Look at
Yeah, there
that.
you go.
Beautiful. Why is that, Mickey? Why do
I
you rarely show
feel
them off?
like I show them off. I don't know. I mean, I don't go out there hitting the double bicep pose because I'm not like I I'm not like a power lifter or anything, you know? So
You
I'm
have
not like,
beautiful arms.
"Oh, I'm jacked. That's my thing." I'm
Look
like,
at her.
I got little baby muscles
You
there. They're
do.
there.
I'll tell you what you do show off, and they're beautiful, are your boobies. I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
seeing a lot of Mickey's boobies lately.
Oh,
These
thanks.
low cut my
I love
boobs.
a V-neck. I love a V cut. I love a V cut.
I went to get a mammogram, and
Mhm.
they ask you, "Do you have breast implants?" And I always say,
Yes.
"Yes, I do."
Yes.
"When did you get them?" "Oh, I got them back in the way day of 1997," and
Yeah.
the lady goes, "Well, I can't find them." And I go, "What do you mean you can't find them?" And she goes, "They're not there." And I go, "Well, where'd they go?" And she goes, "They ruptured. You this is you now." And so I don't have boobs anymore.
Are you
They're
serious?
gone. Yes, I'm
Oh my
100%.
god. So you
And,
still have the little back I busted 2 of mine, the same one, twice.
oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
I popped it popped twice, and so now it's more of like the gummy bear.
I've heard about
I
those,
went
yeah.
back the last time I had them done, but I just had my first mammogram.
Oh, yeah.
Chad, I know you're enjoying this
Let's talk about
conversation.
I'm
that.
just trying to
You
figure out what
just
the
like
gummy
that.
bear is, but you
No, because
continue.
Yeah.
it's the shape. Yeah, it's a different form of a breast implant. They have all new ones, but
Noted.
when I went,
That's
it was
it.
like silicone or saline, and I said, "Oh, saline, it's
Right.
safer," and so my bags are still in there. But we talked about hemorrhoids when I was on your show.
We did.
Let's talk about
I don't know that we're gonna talk about that today.
well, no, we're not gonna what were we just talking about? That's how old I
I
am.
don't know. Oh, he was saying who said that he got the Bio Accelerate. That's what the name of it is.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
were
yeah.
we just saying that I said we're gonna discuss? Oh my god,
Hemorrhoids?
Was it the gummy bears? Because
no.
I'm kind of stuck
Well,
on the
so
gummy bears.
so the gummy so
Oh,
because
the mammogram.
oh, right.
So how
She
was
was just
yours
going to tell me
different?
the gummy bear thing.
Oh,
We'll talk
it's
about that, but I wanna hear about
because
a
the
mammogram.
same question, and she's like, "Oh, well, do you have implants?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, yes, I do." And she goes, "Oh, well, it doesn't really look like you have them." And I go, "Well, I tried not to get like I didn't want it to be like, hey, look at me and my big fake boobs. Like, I just wanted to fill out like I got a big butt, or at least I had a big butt. I had, like I'd want to be even, especially once I was in OVW because, you're working out 8 hours a day. Some of those things by the time I made it up to TV, I was like, I am the lowest percentage body fat I've ever been, and my boobs are gone. Like
Mhm.
they said they took a trip and they didn't come back, and
They're on a vacation for those
they didn't
babies.
come back until I got pregnant with my son, that's for sure, and then they came
Gotcha.
back in full effect.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, and the breast milk and everything, and yes,
yeah, it
I've been
was
there.
insane. It
I've
was
been there,
insane.
babe.
But so, yeah, I got them done then, and then I popped one during doing my head scissors out of the corner. That head
Okay.
scissors when I break like a bunch I jump up. I guess it had gotten caught, like, because it's underneath the muscle. It had gotten caught and pinched between the muscle, and it was saline. Because for the same reason, because I go like, well, we wrestle for a living. I don't want silicone. One, there's a lot of adverse effects of it, like capsulating and it
Right.
hardening. And obviously, if it broke and got into your body, it was toxic. Yes,
Potatoes,
tomato,
potato.
tomato. Yeah,
Whatever.
get out of my head. um,
She's
so
cute.
I ruptured it then, and then I was on, and so that was the first one. And then when I got that one, I only got the one replaced, the one because they were still fairly new.
Okay.
Um, And then I went back, that actually wasn't too long ago. God, what was it? 2018. I ruptured the same one. I don't know how, again in a match on a house show loop. And I had to go back, and that's when I decided to switch them out. And this jelly now is like impossible. The gummy, because it's just one piece, it's impossible to rupture. Like it's not impossible, but you pretty much have to get like shot in the chest
Oh,
or
well,
like
let's
some
not do that.
extreme trauma. I can't speak today.
Like a chop, like a really hard chop?
No. Like, like
Gunshot wound.
like a serious
Okay.
thing to rupture it, because it's
When
like a
you
gummy
did
bear.
So when you did rupture the other 2 times, did you know it right then? Did you feel it? Because I didn't feel anything.
The
I
first
think
one,
mine was a slow leak.
yeah, that was my second one.
Okay.
I must have like done something because it was fine, and then it was not fine. The first one, I knew immediately. It felt like I thought I had torn my pec. Like I thought I tore, because you could feel the saline is like salt water. So
Yeah.
all that salt water, it ruptured and was like rushing into my system.
Oh.
So I could feel like this weird burning, but then
Right.
the doc checked my everything. And then I went to go change, like after I go, like, I think I tore something. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. And then I went to go change. And of course, half my boob was gone. And I was like, and
Devastation.
the devastation, right?
Ugh.
Well, the devastation is waking up the next day and there's literally nothing left. And you're completely lopsided. And like, there's just like a little fried egg there. That's the
That
sad
is
bit.
so See, I don't know. I don't know what I mean, I still have boobs. Now they're not as perky, obviously, because I had 2 kids, I breastfed,
Right.
and but they said the bags are still in there. And my doctor said, well, you can keep the bags in because they were saline.
Right.
It won't bother you at all. So I guess I'm walking around with these bags that are just flat in my boobs. But
Right.
I've been wearing push-up bras. They look okay in
They
a
look
push-up
great.
bra. In a
Yeah.
push-up bra, yeah, pretty
Oh,
good.
they have that Wonder Bra now, and that'll give you a cup and a half.
It was a half a cup when it first came out. It was like
I
go up a
know.
half a
I
cup with
know.
a cup and a half. I gotta look into that because I need
Yeah.
some help. I do. I need some
You
help.
don't need
My
any help.
husband
You're
want
so
I
silly.
said I want 2 things. I want my boobs done again, and I want to get lip injections. He was like, "Get the hell out of here. You're not getting either." I was like, "Why not? It'll be great." And he's like,
Yeah.
"No, I think you're okay as you are." And I was like,
Aw.
"Eh."
Yeah.
But for me, I want them to touch my chin. I want to serve
Right.
drinks on both of them. Like I want to walk around like,
Just
hey,
walk around. You can put your plate there,
I want,
you know,
I want to serve
on the
dinner
couch.
on my titties. I want to be like, hey, I can't do that anymore. Maddie F and D, $5 super chat. Chat Francine, love you both. Thank you, Maddie. Mickey, mad respect and so fine it blows my mind.
Oh,
Lots of new
thanks,
women
Maddie
making
F and
names
D.
out here. Any dream matches, Mickey? Anyone? Is there anyone that you have not worked with that you were like, God, I want to work with them?
Oh my God. God, there's so many. I think there's a lot. There's girls on the, obviously I've been working a lot with Impact now, and I'm on this journey on this last rodeo, and the goal is to win the Knockouts championship. And right now Jordan is the champion, and I've never faced her before. But I still have a ways to go before I get there. Because I wanted to do it the right way and kind of climb the mountain.
Okay.
But there's, I look at the WWE roster, and there's a bunch of girls that I never really had I didn't get to have a singles feud with a lot of those girls that were there when I was there. It was a lot of tag matches. It was a lot of alliances, or like 6-girl tags, or I was with Alexa a lot, but there weren't a lot of singles matches,
Right.
that I got to have. I'd love to wrestle with like Rhea Ripley. I never got a chance to. I love those. I know there's a big size difference, but I love those underdog matches. I always have. I always like Beth Phoenix was one of my favorite opponents because of that, but same even in the AEW locker room, like Jade, I think Britt. I would love to wrestle with Britt. Tony Storm, even like Tony, the last time I wrestled Tony was in England prior to her getting signed with NXT. And this was before I went back. So she was still very new and like trying to make a name for herself. And so to see how far she's come, since then has been amazing. And,
Right.
I love women's wrestling. So the thing is when we were starting, and Francine, you know this, is like there was a lot less women training to be wrestlers. There was a lot less. There was some really amazing female talent out there. Don't get me wrong. There was Jacqueline, there was Molly, there was Jazz. Like there was some incredible, talented wrestlers, but there weren't as many talents on the indies actually wrestling.
Right.
Because if they were any good, they would get signed, because it was like slim pickings. Otherwise, it's just how it was. And now, because the culture has changed and the respect for women's wrestling has changed so much, there's women who are training, left and right to be wrestlers. And they're coming from all these diverse backgrounds and they're just really freaking good,
Right.
So it's exciting times. I can't believe I'm still doing it,
Mickie, how big of a part did OVW play in the development? So stuff you learned up to getting to OVW and then what you learned there.
So the journey to OVW, my road was, I would say, a long, hard road. But there's a lot of valuable lessons and experiences and friendships that I had in that journey of that struggle of trying to make it. And then that moment of finally getting signed, even just to developmental, and those almost 2.5 years in OVW. But I learned how to wrestle on the indies, and I got a lot of my nerves, and had a lot of those terrible, terrible matches, and just really kind of honed myself as far as like being able to put on a match and put on a good match and try to like learn my character. But OVW was the difference maker for me because it took me from a wrestler to a worker, and it fine-tuned all of my tools in my tool shed to where by the time I made it to TV, I was so sharp. I was so in tune, and I just really had that confidence that you're always, trying to get, oh, was that good enough? Or, and we still, but I don't know if I would have been the performer, and just like the ability to think on my feet, and just the confidence and that security of like knowing that I'm going to deliver, without OVW. So I always throw back to those. Like, I mean, who was there? Rip Rogers was there when I first got there. Jim Cornette, Danny Davis, God sent Danny Davis. But just, and then Al came in, and Lance Storm came through and trained us, Bill DeMott, and just and a lot of the guys like Edge would come back when he was coming from his injury, and he came back and he would help us out. So everybody would come back through. The Dudley Boys came back when they were coming through there, when they were getting ready to come back to TV. So you would get a lot of knowledge directly from people on TV making the money, as far as and who are there where you want to kind of get. But also it was a very protective environment, because only the people in that little Kentuckiana region actually saw you on TV. It wasn't like broadcasted to the world to see. So right. So you were very protected, and you were in like this little pocket. So if you were failing or floundering or whatever and learning, you were doing it in front of a small group of people, not in front of the entire world. And I had already been on TV because I was at TNA prior to that. So
can we go back to TNA for a second? I just want to really quickly catch up with all the super chats here. We missed a bunch of them. We have Christy. Thank you, Christy. $5 super chat. Dan Lemley with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Dan. Tony LaRusso. He's got two. Mickie, what's the one type of match you want to have on your last rodeo?
Oh, man.
What type of match do you want to have? And you're all going in the Charles Chip jar.
And also that Francine's episode of GAW TV was laughing, crying face.
Was it? It was.
Tony was there that night. I do remember. Tony, thank you for that.
Tony's the best. And because he is a subscriber to our Patreon too, so he saw the full extended version, the uncut. I think that's where we talked about the hemorrhoids. I don't know.
We did. It was wonderful. My best conversation ever.
He's like, I don't know if I love the fact that I got that, but
I love them all out.
I would say, oh God, there's so many. I would say the Ultimate X match, but I really don't know that I want to commit to that because it's really high up. I don't love heights, to be honest. I'm
Mm,
vertically challenged, and I think God made it that way for a reason. Um, my big thing off the top is a flying fence press, if that gives you anything. I'm just jumping straight at you like a meerkat. Um, Maybe a last woman standing.
okay.
Yeah. Oh God. I mean, I've done hardcore matches. Maybe we could do the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match
Ooh.
That
since
would
I was
be
the first
excellent.
female to ever participate in a Clockwork Orange House of Fun
You
match.
should bring that up. I think that sounds
Ah,
fabulous.
come full
Um,
circle.
we got another question here from Lon. $5 super chat. Mickie, is there one thing you have liked to change or improved upon from Empowered pay per view? Anything you
Um,
would change about that pay per view or improve upon?
The only thing I would have changed about that pay-per-view is that I would have ensured that there was, which I didn't know about. I would have ensured that there was a way to protect it so people didn't steal the stream. Like,
Oh,
there was nothing in place because it trended number 1 over UFC and number 2 that night, so it was a very successful pay-per-view. But the reality is a lot of people watch that pay-per-view for free because Fight TV it doesn't, and I was unaware of this because I guess it's a third party thing because I would have paid for it myself had I known. It's an add-on thing where they will put that protection in like WWE or any of those other companies do to where you can't steal the pay-per-view and just stream it for free. Um,
gotcha.
so that's the only I mean, top to bottom, I thought the card was magnificent. I thought it was exactly what it was, its name, and I thought it was super successful and, um, you know, that was just one, like, little thing, but as far as the people that were on it, I mean, obviously, I would have loved to have even more women on it. I mean, that would've been something and have more of a, like, a collaborative effort and more but I thought it was a positive and amazing thing
You
all the
should
way
be
around.
very proud of everything that
I'm
you guys
grateful.
accomplished
I
that
am
night.
proud
Yes,
and I'm
good.
grateful for everybody involved, so,
Wonderful.
yeah.
I am very proud of you, uh,
Thank you.
for that as well.
Thanks, babe.
Maddie F&D says, "You and Nick deserve more respect from NWA. It's sad." Yes, and that's what we'll say about that, so thank you,
Oh,
Maddie F&D. It's funny because, when I first started, I had every intention of being a female wrestler, and
mhm,
Paul Heyman's the one who put the brakes on that, and as I was training to wrestle,
mhm.
my first night into ECW when Paul was finally there because Eddie Gilbert had left and Paul had
Right.
come in, and I had been training for I don't know how many months, as a wrestler,
Mm,
and he says, "Oh no, you're not going to make your money as a female wrestler." And he's never seen me work,
right.
and this was in a locker room on a house show, and he says, "Women's wrestling." This is what he told me. Now this is 1994 ish.
Mhm.
Women's wrestling does not draw. You will make money as a manager, and that's what I'm going to use you as.
Right.
And I said to myself, but I wanted to be a wrestler.
Right.
I thought I was training to be a female wrestler. So I mean, my whole career path changed within 3 sentences from Paul Heyman's
Right.
how powerful this man is. But I always wonder, like, if I didn't listen to him and I tried to pursue what I thought my dream was, I think it worked out pretty well for me.
Yeah.
But I just wonder, like, how different would my life have been now if I had taken a different path?
S I ask myself that same question all
Yeah,
the time too, because I go like, what if that tryout at ECW had panned out for me? I wonder what my career would have looked like then, would have had the same opportunities, um,
right.
would have had the same struggles, would have had stronger struggles, because I wasn't ready then. I was very green and naive to the business. And I was still, I knew how to take the bumps and I knew how to take the moves. But as far as putting a real match together or knowing the business side and the politics side and all that stuff and just not being a green idiot, I was not. I
Right.
was so just happy to be there, Um happy to get an opportunity that it's just like hungriness is an amazing thing, but it also can set you up to get screwed over a lot of times because you're just so happy to be there,
Right.
right? Like,
I
and it is
agree.
you forget that it's a business at the end of the day, and everyone that's in the business, in that side of the business, is looking at it as a business, and that's
Right.
something that you learn over time.
100% agreed. We have a super chat here from Mickey D. Uh, I'm sure this is one of Gaul.
Poor Mickey screwed Mickey.
Oh, is that what it? There was an accidental timeout on the Gaul
I
chat.
know.
Seriously, Empower was amazing. I wish things with NWA could have moved forward.
I
Well,
think, yeah, and who's to say? And they may do
you never
another
know.
Empower, and I hope they do, and I hope that it's extremely successful because I want women's wrestling to always do amazing. I am so sorry, Mickey D. So as you know that we have our Gaw TV on Wednesdays, we just finished about an hour ago. Well, 5 p.m. Eastern, and Mickey D is one of our loyal, faithful, amazing, there every single week, one of the biggest supporters of God TV. And so, as you know, in the YouTube chat, you can respond and reply. And I somehow clicked poor Mickey D's name
You
and I put him in timeout for
timed him
300
out.
seconds. For
Oh my
300 seconds.
goodness.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
Well, she loves you, Mickey D. As do we, and we appreciate you being here this
Yeah,
evening.
your show was on right before we got on here because I caught the tail end of the
Your show is
broadcast.
fabulous. If you
Yes.
guys haven't watched Gaw, I advise you to go over there. The girls are so fun, and I want to come back on because I still have body fluids and body parts that I have not discussed yet that we need to be talking about. Before we get to Billy J, because I want to, well, let's do Billy J, and then one more thing I want to talk to you about before we let you go. Billy J with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Billy. Would you
Thanks,
come
Billy.
back to WWE, Mickey, post last rodeo if you could face Charlotte? And thank you for the gun show. You rocked it. Jordan is huge, but your flex is hotter. Look at that.
One of my muscles is bigger than the other. It's weird.
Don't tell us.
I
We don't
think
know
that's
that.
the one I'm always
Ugh.
slinging when I'm cleaning the stalls. I
Baby,
think
we
that's
don't
the
know
one that I
that.
get the most oomph
We
with.
don't know that. Billy, 2 super chats, babe. $10. Thank you.
Yay, thanks,
What do you
Billy.
think? What do you think about that?
I've
Do you think Charlotte?
Oh my God, I would love to wrestle Charlotte.
Yeah.
You know, Charlotte and I never really touched. We did a little bit in the Rumble, and then this time, that was like one of the first. We've been across the ring from each other, but we've never actually had a match. And I've always said that I would love, love, love to do a match with her. And, you know, I'd be willing to put my career on it. How about that?
Look at that.
Part of the last rodeo.
Let's do another last rodeo. Let's just do last rodeos in every company. Why don't we just go on?
I love that
Just
name
work.
though. That's a great name. Fits you perfectly. Obviously,
God.
cowgirl, perfect. I love it.
Thank you.
Can we just go back really quickly? Because I never really talked to you about this. So when TNA first started, it was called TNA.
Mhm.
You and I were there. You were Alexis Laree.
I was.
And we have watched this, and God rest her soul, Shannon and I would watch this and laugh our asses off when we did the 10 woman battle royal lingerie battle
Was it
royal.
10 or 25?
Well, here was this was the thing. It was supposed to be 10. They
Right.
announced it as 10, but there were only 9 girls there. So
Because there was nobody wrestled. There was
no,
female
well, no,
wrestlers.
we were just, I remember Jerry Lawler's girlfriend at the time was there.
Right.
And she came up to me and she was scared to death. I'll never forget it. I don't remember her name, but she was sweet as pie. And she came over and she said, Jerry said I could trust you. Will you work with me tonight? And I said, sure. Why not?
Right.
We all kind of paired off. But then as people got eliminated, I was like, okay, well, we have to start beating up everybody in
Right.
this ring. It was the biggest cluster.
They
in
really
the
didn't give
history.
us a whole lot of direction
They didn't
either. It
tell us
was
anything to
no,
do.
we just like, BB's got to go over and that's it. I mean, I was like, oh, I'm so green at that point, and I'm just, it's like the blind leading the blind.
Have you ever watched it?
I have not. And I
Oh,
struggle to watch. I
girl.
struggle to watch my old matches. I just cringe.
Please watch
cringe.
this. I wish I can watch it sitting right next to you with a beverage
Oh
in
my
my hand.
gosh. We will.
It
We're going to
is the
do that on here one day.
It is the funniest thing in the world. A girl trips as she's running to the ring. She was one of the cheerleaders. She falls. My boobs pop out as 4 people are beating me up. And Electric, remember Electra?
Yeah.
With your tits are hanging out. It's the fun. I'm telling you, if you can get your hands on it, it's the
Oh god.
funniest.
I
It's terrible, but it's great in the same sentence, and
yeah.
that's all I have to say. But
Yeah.
I was trying to think, and I'm like, I think that's one of the only times I ever shared a ring with you.
I know.
That and the promo that we did.
Yeah. That's
Sad.
it.
Over
It is
all these
sad.
years, and I've known you
Yeah.
forever.
Well, it's not too late, Franny.
It's never too late, but,
Ooh.
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
not too late.
I might
It's
have to
never
jump in.
too
I
late.
might oh, yeah, sing it, baby.
Okay. Yes.
I might have to, jump in on one of those last rodeos. You never know where somebody can show up.
Oh,
Might just
yeah.
Swing that kendo stick.
Maybe
So I
well,
don't
you're a
know.
big baby face, you could come down
baby
maybe
face, what?
for me. I know. I'm just because I don't want you to
In
hit
real
me
life,
with
I
the
am.
stick. I want you to hit somebody else with the stick.
Well, I can go to hit you, but then I miss
Right.
because I'm old and my eyesight's too bad. I won't wear my glasses to it.
Right.
So
And
I'll
it
just hit somebody
ricochets
else.
back and then it
Or I'll
hits
hit myself
you.
and knock myself out.
Right.
I
There
will
we
take a bump for
I
you.
love
Why
it.
not?
We're gonna book it.
We could do that. Maddie F&D, favorite current storyline, MJF, Roman, Sammy. Are you watching a lot of wrestling these days?
Because I do bust it open on Wednesday mornings as well.
Let's
I've
talk about
been
that.
It's been fun. I do bust it open on Sirius XM on Wednesday mornings with Tommy Dreamer and with David LaGreca. And so we've started doing Women of Wednesdays. So that was
Nice.
one of the big things of like to be able to highlight a woman um in the industry, both current or previous, on a Wednesday. So
Okay.
that's fun. It's been fun. So I've been trying to keep up with it's a struggle to watch everything, especially when you have an 8-year-old dictator who owns the television. So I watch a lot of wrestling like I do everything in life and highlight reels on Instagram.
I got
So I do try to sit down and watch a lot. Dude, Sami Zayn stuff is some of the funniest stuff. Like
hilarious.
he's always been great, but like he's like in a whole new level of entertaining right now with this with Roman and with the bloodline stuff. I just think it also shows like this comedic side of Roman that you forget is there, you know.
Right.
Um I don't know. I love the Jericho stuff. I love everything that Jericho's doing at the
Mhm.
moment. You know, God, I
You're a
don't really
busy
have a favorite.
woman.
Busy, a little
You're
bit, tad
busy.
bit,
You're doing a lot of things. You're a mom.
tad
You're
bit stretch.
traveling. You're
Yep.
working from home. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
You don't have time to watch 20 hours of wrestling.
I don't well, and then, like, it's tomorrow, I have a flight to the UK, and I have, like, a double connection, so I don't even know if I get in until Friday morning to the UK, and
Now,
I'm doing, like, a Comic-Con.
is this the one with Trish?
Yes.
That's fun.
So
So
excited
fun.
for
Have you
that.
seen her lately or
I've saw her the last time I saw her was at a Comic-Con, actually. It was at a
okay.
Comic-Con we were doing together. I wanna say it was in, like, Alabama or some, like, obscure because 'cause we've only done one together in the United States, and then this will be our second one we've done
You would think
in the
people
UK
would
together.
put you
I
guys
know, they want that double photo op, right?
I think
Who
so.
doesn't want that pic?
If any bookers are listening, get on that.
A
Come
thorn
on.
between 2
We're waiting
roses,
for it.
I'm telling you,
you
it's
know?
so crazy. Well,
Or a rose and a tulip.
a tulip.
A tulip.
This was delightful. I'm so glad you were able to
Yay.
make it. I don't want to keep you. I know you have to pack. You probably have a million things to do. Can you please tell the fans where they can find you and
Yeah.
any appearances coming up that you'd like to promote?
Yeah, I'll be at WrestleCade at the end of the month.
I will see
I'm
you
gonna
there.
Yes! Oh, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna go watch that match
We're
together.
gonna
Maybe that's
watch
what
the
we'll
match on
do.
my iPad and drink a couple beverages.
Yes.
Okay.
Kool-Aids, you
Dates.
know?
Date. Book it.
You can go to mickeyjames.com. That's where you can find everything. I just started a new newsletter, a newsletter this month was my first one out. That's why it's new. Started a newsletter there on the website because I was like, I'm going to go back to a little bit of traditional stuff, but it has all my links, my Twitter, my Facebook page, my Instagram, even my TikTok. And the only thing that's not verified, although anybody can get verified on Twitter now, the only thing that's not verified is my TikTok because I don't know what the hell I'm doing there.
Look at this picture. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Yay. That was from a Native American. That was from one of my concerts. I did. Or was it the
Love it.
Native American tribute maybe oh God knows. But that's also one of that top I had made when I was in WWE, and so I repurposed it.
Your arms look incredible, by the way, in that picture.
Thanks.
Saying.
My shoulders look
showing off the
jacked.
gun.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
look
go
great.
out there and just start doing shoulder presses
You
right
look
now.
great. All right, so mickeyjames.com, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then all your social
And
media handles?
GawTV.com. Go follow GawTV.com.
God
for me.
TV,
I love
everybody.
that.
Well, honey, I look, whether it's the last rodeo or whether you have another 100 years in you, we enjoy watching you. Thank you for everything that you've contributed to the sport.
Well, ditto. Thank you.
Thank you to what you will contribute, and good luck against Chelsea.
A little chill.
Yeah, a little chill. I mean, I think you have it in you to kick her ass. So
I want to kick her ass real
I'm
good.
going to be
She's
rooting
got it
for you,
coming.
sweetheart, and I can't wait
Yeah.
to see you at the end of the month.
I can't wait.
That's
I'm
okay.
serious about that. We are going to drink Kool-Aid. We don't necessarily have to watch that match unless you really want to. For
I'm telling you, you'll
shits and
pee your
giggles,
pants.
but
A good Mickey pee your pants moment.
It's definitely
hey,
worth
I
a
don't need a
watch.
video to do that.
That's true. It's true. Just saying, it'll be extra fun. But thank you so much for coming on. Have a safe
I love
flight.
it.
Have a great time in the UK, and
Thank you.
I will definitely talk to you soon.
Awesome.
All right,
Thank
baby.
you. Bye.
Take
Nice
Thanks,
to meet
Mickey.
you, Chad. Thank
Same
you.
here.
All
Take
right.
care, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye. What a
And there
doll.
goes Mickie James.
You know, it's funny because she was a last minute addition today, and I was like, oh, I don't even have a spreadsheet. What am I going to talk about? And then an hour flew by.
Spreadsheet. Come on. You don't need a
Yeah, I
spreadsheet.
never do, but you think you want to prepare for these kind of things, and I guess because I know, like most of our guests, I know them personally. It just kind of flows,
Yes.
especially when you have a friendship going on. So she's great, and
And you two have the best microphones in the business.
we do.
You two
We're
sound so
great.
good. When you listen to wrestling podcasts and there's just people shouting at their laptops, or they have just a microphone that's plugged in, but they don't know how to use it. You and Mickey probably have the best audio of any two entertainers in the wrestling world that I've heard.
What a accomplishment. The best mics in the
But that's
business.
enough about that. Let's get back to business here.
Yeah. So we have a couple minutes left on here. If anybody wants to get into the Charles chip jar, $5 super chat will do it for you. Beautiful 8x10. And that's not even
No,
an
11 by
8x10.
14.
11 by 14. Oh my, signed in silver Sharpie by me in the franchise. Gorgeous picture, I might add. Billy J, $2 super chat. Mickey is just amazing. She sure is. And I'm so glad that she was able to jump on here. And if you haven't, go watch my God TV with the ladies, because you will pee your pants. It was very funny. Very, very witty, us girls are. So
Very.
yeah.
Trying to make that scowl.
Who, me?
No, the Shane.
Oh yeah. What was he mad at?
I think he was.
Yeah,
They were like,
Someone's mad that Shane Douglas. I'm
yeah,
telling
they
you.
put something under his nose. He went.
Yeah, he just came out of the bathroom. Ugh.
Well, we know him.
Oh yes, we do. What are we doing on Patreon this week? Do we know?
So, got a couple things lined up. Interesting watch along. It's just a match I had never seen before, so I don't know what you do in it. I'm watching it blind for the first time.
I like when you watch things blind.
Yeah, Dreamer and Raven versus Chris Candido and Rhino.
Who am I with?
You are with Dreamer and Raven.
Bizarro World.
Yeah,
Really? I worked.
This is an interesting one. That's why we're gonna watch it, because it's long.
What year
Get
was
ready.
that?
This is 1999.
99.
ECW on TNN.
Oh, bizarre. Why would I not be with Candido?
You were with Dreamer and Raven. They were the
don't
tag champs.
remember. I don't even remember this, to be honest with you. And I love when I don't remember these matches, because it makes it more fun to watch. Okay. So that's a fun one. What else you got?
Yeah. Also, we're gonna do a little freestyle 3.
Freestyle.
This has been we've done these more lately, where it's just a lot of random talking points.
Okay. I like that.
We usually get 3 to 4 questions out, but there's so much that gets covered in those 3 to 4 questions. It ends up being pretty lengthy. So we're gonna do a little freestyle, and I'm not sure yet on what else.
Okay. Well, it's up in the air.
We get on the fly kind
like
of thing.
a good surprise now and then.
That's how we do it. But I will say, though, the Dreamer and Raven match is kind of long, and we usually cap our watch-alongs at about 15 minutes, so it could be a 2-parter.
Oh, maybe it will be a 2-part. Okay, so if anybody's interested in the podcast, on Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Francine podcast. And you can see a lot of different things on there. Oh,
Oh,
a $10 super
look at
chat
this
from our
guy.
friend Husey. Look at that handsome devil.
He's
Mickie James
disqualified from winning, though.
is he?
Well, I'm
Mickie,
not shipping to Ireland.
Mickie James married an English person, but she can't handle real men. Oh, he's got a plug. New It's Husey Hello out with the hilarious Chrissy. Is it Meyer?
Chrissy Mayer.
Mayer? Get
Very
on,
funny
get my
Chrissy
go. Husey, absolutely, I'll plug your stuff for $10. What's a $10 Irish super chat worth? $2.99?
I don't know, and I'm scared. So now I don't even feel bad if he was. He
What's
can't
the
get in the.
money
We don't know the
translation from
conversion rate, so
Ireland?
he can't win it.
Husey, thank you, sweetheart, for the super chat. I don't know how much that is, but we appreciate it. And everybody go over to Get My Go. They are funny, funny gentlemen. Chad is a part of Get My Go. I am going to be on soon. Not in the bottom right, hopefully, but I will be on there. And with my second appearance, because my first one, $10 is 3 beers, $5 super chat from Husey. Are you good, Husey? Keep giving me
Husey's out tonight. I think that's why the super chats are flowing. Husey's out enjoying a little Fozzie
Give
action
me those
tonight.
super chats, baby. I will take them all. I do have one request. When I do come back to Get My Go, Husey has to be on the panel because he was not on the panel last time.
No, he wasn't.
And it broke my heart. So he
didn't really break mine, but he needs to be there.
He needs to be there this time. Yeah, absolutely. But if you haven't, go check out Get My Go. Very, very funny banter, if you will, between the gentlemen. And it's fun when a girl comes on because, breaks the testosterone up a little bit. So
a little bit.
Just a little bit, but I'll be appearing soon. There's Husey, $5 super chat. Francine's husband is on borrowed time. Let's go, tough guy. Hilarious. Thank you, Husey, for the $20 in Irish money. Which
Husey, I'm telling you, he's out on the town tonight.
He's out and about.
He's loving life.
It's
12
o'clock.
Yeah, 6. I think it's 5 or 6 hours ahead.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's 12 or 1, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I want to. Oh no, we have to pick. Are we done with the Charles Chip Jar?
Yeah, I guess we can be done with the Charles Chip Jar. Sure.
I think we got everybody. Let's pick a winner and see who's going to get that gorgeous 11x14 of myself in the franchise.
Designed by the Chadster.
Oh, great. And it's signed. So you can mail it out. I don't even have
this one. Yeah, this one. The other one is on the way as well as a little gift from one Mr. Mike Durban for you.
I have a gift?
You have a gift coming your way.
Wow. Oh, look who won.
Who is it?
Oh, can I show
I
it?
can't see it. Who?
Dan Lemley.
Dan, man, he's stocking up.
Dan's been with us forever. Dan, thank you so much. Dan is also, isn't Dan a super, what is that called?
He is a channel member.
Channel member. Yes, Dan, congratulations. You never know who's going to win out of the Charles Chip Jar. You won, buddy. Thank you so much.
Usually it's Dan, but you never know.
Dan, sometimes it's not. It depends. But I appreciate y'all for coming. Great interview with Mickie. Husey, $5 super chat. Mike Durbin is on borrowed time. Let's go bottom right.
The last place you want to be on earth is the bottom right.
I really don't want to log off if Husey's going to keep giving me $5 super chat. Do we have anything else to discuss before we have to go?
I mean, geez, you missed Mickie James, but he's here with the with the super chats.
Husey, any other thoughts before we have to leave here? Anything going on?
I can't wait to join Husey and It's Husey Hello another time. We just were on a great episode where he had on some very, very funny talk again about our favorite guy, Stuttering John, with the great Vinny Paulino not too long ago.
Ah, yes. Okay, so It's Husey Hello. Is a YouTube channel?
Yep, YouTube.
Okay.
It's Husey Hello. Podcast. It's Husey Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Husey making huge waves out there, man, in the podcast world on the comedy side of things. Very much intertwined. Here's the thing that you can say about it. Nobody doesn't like Husey. Everybody likes him. So there could be feuds going on between people, and he's like the middle ground.
But see, he tells it like it is. Here he is again, $5 super chat. Who is that? Billy
Billy
Bahati
Body.
Body is the
Yeah.
best in the world at what he does. See you tomorrow, Chad, with the great Eric Nagel. Are you on tomorrow, Chad?
I'm hoping to join him tomorrow. Yes,
Oh,
if the
okay.
timing works out.
All right. Did I do Husey Hello? I did something.
Yes,
with
you
Husey.
did. Yeah, and one of
That's
your
what I
videos on Hits Husey Hello is his highest video count.
So yes.
137 or something thousand.
So yeah, so these super chats are paying me back for getting you the most views on YouTube. So
Billy Body is the guy that we talked about, him versus Sean Ross Sapp. They were the two dirt sheet guys that were fighting at Starcast.
That's
Billy
right.
was the real effeminate looking guy that was about to get his ass kicked by Sean Ross Sapp.
That's right. Okay. Yes, I remember that video. That went viral, didn't it? Well, viral in the wrestling.
Well, it went viral enough among wrestling people who hate Billy Body.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. So go watch Get My Go. Go watch Hello, It's Husey. Listen to Eyes Up Here. Join our Patreon. What else? Anything else? Oh, wait. I got a plug. Can I plug something?
Oh yeah. Let me pull your Twitter page up. I'm gonna get your
anyone who is in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Delaware. We will be in Northeast Philadelphia on November 19th at the Radisson Hotel. Here it is. Extreme Women's Wrestling, along with Micro Brawlers, who are little people. They call them midget wrestlers. I don't know if that's, again, I don't know if that's politically incorrect or what. I don't know. That's what they're telling me to call it. I don't know. But it's 2 shows in one. There's a bar there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you use Francine 15 when you're checking out, you will save 15% on your tickets. So by all means, please come see us. I'll be there. Jazz will be there. Angelina Love, Sumi Sakai. There's a bunch of people. Look at the poster.
These people over here.
Up and comers.
These people here, and then Francine, Sumi, Angelina, and Jazz.
Yeah. Old school that way, new school that way.
That's right.
That's how it is. But yeah, November 19th, please come and see us and say hello. And it'll be a fun Maddie F&D, you're in New Jersey. You should come to that show. It'll be a good time. And what are you doing? Close back. I just was close.
What?
And
You went in and out.
Yeah. Why? Did you?
No, I don't know. I didn't do a damn thing. I'm trying to pull up. I was trying to get your next plug down the chain.
My next plug. Well, that's the next thing I'm doing. So
okay.
I'm sure you know.
Well, you mentioned WrestleCade as well.
WrestleCade, yeah, I'll be there Friday and Saturday, under the Stephen P. New banner, along with a bunch of your favorites, Brian Myers, who's at my table, Matt Cardona,
Aubrey from AEW, Brian Myers, Heath, and the Warhorse guy.
Yes, all these guys will be with us. ASW, it's great. It's going to be a great weekend, a great time. I'm looking forward to it. Very excited. WrestleCade's a great weekend. I'm happy to be a part of it. So there's my next 2 gigs.
And then Jersey in December.
Jersey,
Nova's retirement match.
Nova's last rodeo will be December 3rd. Tom's River, New Jersey. Contest of Champions. So we'll be signing during the day, and then there's a show at night, which will be great. Husey, $10 super chat. The Rock fears war.
Again, all these E10, E5. This is going to equate to like $6.
I love it. Keep them coming. Yeah. So this is going to be a big show. Sting is going to be there. Jerry Lawler is going to be there. Huge names on the card. A bunch of ECW guys are going to be there. And then the big one, December 17th. Can't wait. ECW Arena. Haven't been there for 14 years. And I'm doing Icons of Wrestling. And then I'm also doing Battleground Championship Wrestling. Is that what it's called? I believe. Something
Battleground Championship Wrestling. Yeah. I believe it's the Salute to Extreme is the name of it. Girl, you got to retweet some of these other things. I'm going way down the line to get
I've
this.
Been retweet. Well, I'm retweeting what's close now. Listen, I promote my. That's again.
You are at the top of the promoting list as well. You do a very good job.
Like talent does not promote themselves these days. I don't understand why. You know, if you're on a show, promote it. It takes 2 seconds to retweet something. How lazy can you be? You could retweet what you ate for breakfast, right? You could put up a selfie in the bathroom, but you can't push the retweet button. How dare you? Awful.
I had to
This
go all the way back to
generation-
October 14th for this one.
Well, that for that picture, but I've
That-
tweeted
yeah,
other pictures.
yeah.
Come on now, stop that.
No, I mean, like they got icons. They got to tweet this out a little bit more.
This is icon. Yeah, this is icons. This will be during the day. I believe it starts at 9 a.m.
Yes.
So maybe 9. What's it go? 9 to 2, 9 to 4.
I think it's 9 to 2 or 9 to 3. It goes by fast because there are so many people there that the time flies.
Well, that's great, and I hope everybody's in my line to come
Why
see
wouldn't
me.
they be?
I hope they are. So I'm looking forward to that, and then I'll be with Shane Douglas and the new triple threat against Gary Wolf and the new Pit Bulls, I believe. Husey, $2 super chat. Retweet your husband. Oh, stop it! Stop that!
He almost got you to read it.
Not for $2. Get out of here.
For $2 for
$2
Euro.
for 57 cents. Go away. Get out of here. All right. That's. Oh, and then December 31st, Signed by Superstars, the big one, the virtual. It'll be out of this world. Last year knocked it out of the park. This year, I don't even know what I'm doing. There will be drinking involved. There will be new merchandise, new pictures. So fun. Come see me. All you have to do is turn on your computer for that one. So I'm a busy girl. I got stuff going on.
Whew, man, that was a lot. All right, well, we'll get out of here. Let me just tell everybody, go to at Chad EMB on Twitter, at IB Exclusives on Instagram. Please check out Get My Go on YouTube. So you're already here. Go over to Get My Go. Hit the subscribe button. We got some new content coming your way there, man. Some new targets. Very funny stuff headed in the subscriber area. Come on, just subscribe. That's all we need. And grow the Get My Go universe each week. So that's it.
Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, if you're just here watching, please subscribe. This channel's growing. We've added so many subscribers this week. We've had over 100 new subscribers.
Yeah. Oh, it's all the time. Yeah. And I can say we have a very dedicated subscriber base for sure. As the Queen of Extreme freezes up on me here, I can tell you that there'll be more content headed your way in the next, I'd say, days. We will add some more of the cool stuff we have in the Eyes Up Here archive from our Patreon channel, from our audio shows, and Francine will be back there too. I'll just drop her there and get her back in. Let's see, is she ready? She's rolling, and I think it means it's time to wrap it up. So we'll say goodbye for this week on Eyes Up Here for the Queen of Extreme. This is the Chadster. We will catch you on the flip side.